Welcome to Edmask YouTube channel for learning, education and entertainment. Mukwano webale kubeerawo okujja okulaba nti obeera naffe ku mukutu guno. Era olwairo ngenda kwogera ku nsonga egamba nti what is comprised in a school environment. Obuwangaaliro bw'essomero biki ebibeera mu school environment. Ate nja bimenyamu mu mitundu nga 6 osobola okuba nga obitegeera omanye school fees ezosasula zigenda wa kiki wandibadde osubira mu ssomero ng'omuzadde oba gwe ng'omwana tabawadde school fees babazadde bawadde school fees oba yenna nakuyamba awadde school fees. In this sense ojja kiraba nti a school environment is comprised of many things which contribute to students' learning, development and well-being. And among that, I'm looking at soccer, I'm looking at the physical environment. Physical environment, mulimu buildings and facilities like classrooms, libraries, science lab, gyms, cafeteria, assemblies and hall. Then twinamu outdoor spaces. These include playgrounds, sports field, gardens and courtyards. So the school is expected to be having that. Then twinamu infrastructure, which includes desks, technology, which under technology having computers, projector, interactive boards, and other resources which help the learner or the student to learn the best way possible. Then twinamu cleanliness and safety. This is maintenance of cleaning, secure and accessible spaces for all students, including those with disabilities. Here we look at situations where we have people with disabilities, and then in any sense we need to make sure, or schools make sure, nti baina like walkways, baina ebintu ebayamba okuba nti that kind of mobility. Nga omwana asobola okuva mu kifo kyabaddemu n'agenda mu kifo ekirala nga tasanze buzibu bwonna. Then another one I'm looking at is the social environment, which is number 2 for me. And under number 2, I'm looking at interaction. Interaction is relations between students, teachers, and the parents. How do you behave? How would you interact as parents? How would you interact as students? And how would you interact parent to teacher or parent to student? That is very important. And I'm talking about today so that we can look into ourselves and see how best we can be able to manage it. And then how best can help us to improve on the quality of our learners or students in our schools. Then we have community culture. This one is shared values and traditions and norms that shape behavior and attitudes. Shared values, biki ebyo byetukiririzaamu ng'essomero oba community. This would include the religious bit, essomero lya ddiini bwe liti. This would include the motto, or maybe we could be looking at our patron is so and so, and we are looking up to this person as a model, a role model for our school. Then we have peer groups. This includes friendship, social circles, and the collaboration that influence students' experiences. That within the school, students from home, students get friends within the school. And then in the school, they get peers. However, in the schools, the administration sets up some kind of groups, which groups would be like, would be a debating group, it would be a sports group, it would be self-help group. So these groups are within the schools to help the students for cohesion, to come together and develop themselves as students, as learners, beyond the teachers' support. Then we have support networks where teachers, counselors, mentors provide academic and emotional assistance. This one is in a situation where a student is stuck and he needs support. There are these kind of networks or support networks that are being relied on by the students. For example, if you have an issue, you go to the counselor, approach him or her, ask her tell her what you want to make your own decision as far as what you have discussed, counselor and the student. Ekyokusatu, tunamu academic involvement. This one includes curriculum and resources, which will look at lessons, books, assignment, tools for learning. Ebyo ebitabo byetukozesa ebibeera mu lesson plans, ebibeera mu ebyokusoma, muli assignments, and so many things and so forth. Then you have teaching quality. We are looking at the method, we are looking at the strategies and expertise for the educators. The quality of the teacher is very important. So the quality of the teacher must be commensurate to the effort or maybe the learners. In a way nti omusomesa yakumukwera omulungi n'abaana jakumukwera abalungi olw'ensonga nti omusomesa omulungi aba asokozesa methods ennungi, asokozesa strategies ennungi, era ye expertise okuba nti asogipasinga on to our learners, zadde abaana baffe nibo babaasa okuyiga. Then we have extracurricular activities, tunamu clubs, sports, art, other non-academic activities. Abaana zibakola ki? Zibakola like drama, drama activities, competition. We have sports competition, ezimu ziba regional, others are district, others are interclass groups within the schools, or debating club, having maybe like a volleyball kind of competition with let's say with the counselors or teachers, and so on and so forth. Then the fourth one, I looked at emotional and psychological environment, which I included among which mulimu safety and inclusion. We are looking at the policies, practices that all students feel welcome and valued, so that we don't have to have divisivism where we look at looking at color, looking at the style of work, the way someone speaks. So the school environment has to encompass, has to make sure it is inclusive, temuli mukusosola. And this is, I think, something which is very key and is dismissible. Mental health and support, access to counselors, well-being programs and mindful activities. Amasomero muberamu ba counselors are supporting abaana abalina obuzibu, abalina those mental disabilities, abeetaaga okuba nti basupportingibwa in a different way. Some of them schools program to have kind of refresher classes, or maybe have them kind of after class lessons, or maybe kind of remedials, or maybe some of them call them a tuition, and then help them to catch up with the rest of the students. Then we also have stress management, that is balanced workload and opportunities for recreation and relaxation. So this kind of stress management, where they look at still sports, look at things that take off the student from the actual class choke communication of teacher to a student, to the outside kind of creation, to the playground, someone to socialize with others, play, and then gets off to be not to be too much being stressed into, or not being too much stuck in the class environment. Then number 10, I looked at, which is number 5, I looked at, just want to bring to you the cultural environment. And this cultural environment, I looked at diversity and representation, among which we are looking at celebrating differences in race, ethnicity, gender, religion, and socio-economic background. And in this sense, schools have organized cultural drama, they organize cultural dances, they make competition based on the regions, like Basoka and Sete. We have Nkobazambogo, we have the Banyankole clubs, or maybe like they come together make compete, and then it becomes marvelous for them to interact. Then you have language and communication, ensuring everyone can effectively communicate or express themselves and be understood. So olulimi olukkiriziddwa ku ssomero obaga nti ogenda kwogera luzungu teja luzungu, obaga luganda gye kwogera luganda. So the school gives you an opportunity, it gives you an environment where your child is going to learn to communicate with other people without any kind of any disgrace, like that kind of togetherness, that everyone can be able to communicate and understand each other. And that's why you see it was like yayogedde olulimi bwe luti nga tuli ku ssomero, because sometimes people feel out of place when you speak a different language, which language they don't know, amongst themselves, because maybe they think sometimes that maybe someone is talking against us. So that is very, very, very key in schools, that pupils or learners are taught to communicate in a language that effectively express themselves and can be understood by the rest of the students, learners. And maybe still at number 5, you have equity and fairness, equal opportunities for all students to participate and succeed. Nti abaana bonna baweebwa omukisa okuba nti participating in all school activities and then be able to succeed or be able to learn in a fair way without any kind of discrimination. Number 6, for our parents and students and our viewers, is a technological environment where we look at digital tools, devices, software, and online resources used by learners and collaboration as one of our things that are meant to be in a school environment. And then also we have e-learning platforms, and therefore we have e-learning platforms, systems for virtual classrooms, assignments, and communication, where these platforms are used to share information to the learners, even when they're not at school or maybe within the school. And recent students are given laptops, are given phones to go to school with them, and then they do access that information from their phones or maybe from their laptops, and then they can be able, or tabs, they can be able to do that exercise or assignment before they come back to school. Maybe they can also be helped by their parents. Then we have cyber security and safety, protecting students and staff in online spaces. And this year the school looks at an environment where there is no hacking of students' programs or school programs, and the students are taught on how to eliminate or avoid being hacked into the school programs or into their privacy as learners, so that the school system or school software is not undermined by the outsiders that are not related to the school program. Then number 7, which I have as my last thing, is policy and governance, as one of the things that are meant to be the environment, things that are meant to be encompassed within the school, comprised of the school environment. We have rules and expectations, code of conduct, discipline policies, attendance requirements. So the school has to have rules that are being followed by the teachers and being followed by the learners. And then we have administration and leadership, the role of the principal, the role of the dean, and other leaders in shaping the school environment is very important. Each key person I talked about here, the principal, the dean, and other leaders, are key in shaping the learner and how to see this learner, how this person grows and then moves on in life. Then you have parental and community involvement, collaboration with families and local communities to support others. And maybe lastly, we look at, such all things. Together, these elements create a holistic environment that influences the academic, social, and emotional growth of students. A well-balanced school environment is essential for fostering both learning and well-being. Colleagues, This is Ed Mask. Subscribe and like. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.